Bass Pro Shops presents Fishing with Roland Martin. Brought to you by Tracker Boats, fish the finest. Gary Yamamoto Custom Baits, designed by fishermen for fishermen. Timbuktu, Fisher's Choice, real bait ready when you are. And by Bass Pro Shops, your adventure starts here. Closed caption provided by Spro Lures.
There's a lot of stuff underneath the water right here. I got a good one. I got a good fish on a point. Yeah, what we have here, boys, is the classic frog fishing. We're going to show you the ABCs of catching frog fish. What do we have here? Well, that's not too big. Traditional frog fish. Boy, we're going to have some fun today, folks. We got a cloudy day. We got plenty of good grass. We got plenty of nice bass. This is kind of a small one. I promise you, folks, we'll catch them a lot bigger because we got a new frog. It's the Spro Bronze-Eye Popper Frog by Dean Rojas. And I did a little preview with it this spring with Dean on Lake Okeechobee. But this frog is going to really turn the day around. We have the perfect day for frog fishing. It's fall. The grass beds have come up. We're in Central Florida in one of the rock pits. And it's a cloudy, rainy day. I'm using 50-pound braid, a big old flipping stick, and a frog. And hey, watch this. It's a popping frog. It really has some good action in the heavy grass. Now watch, this is the kind of frog it is. You throw it out there, and you pop it. And it pops just like a regular popping plug. And it's good in open water. Now right now it's in the grass. But you watch it. When it gets out in open water, a lot of times these fish will follow it out. Well, I looked at my iPhone, and what a great source of information. The internet says it's going to rain all day. In fact, it's probably going to rain a lot harder. So I started off with no rain gear, but I think I need to put my rain gear on because it's going to be a little bit nasty. But that's a good day. You know, really, rainy days, you can't beat a rainy day for frog fishing. I'm going to put a hat on, put my jacket on. Plenty of good, this is a 100-mile-an-hour jacket. And what this means is Bass Pro Shops' best rain gear, and it means for running around fast in a tournament situation where you're high speed, the rain just doesn't get to you.
This segment of Fishing with Roland Martin is brought to you by Power Pole, shallow water anchoring system. Bass Pro Shops is a proud sponsor of Fishing with Roland Martin.
Well, it's a good looking spot. I can catch a fish on a frog right here. A nice little point coming up. And points are the pattern. Points are the pattern. Kind of neat. It's kind of small. It's not bad. It's a pretty good fish. It's bad. It's nice. Yeah. Okay. Frog time. Frog poppers. Neat thing about this fish was he hit with the popping action. He hit out from the point. He didn't hit in the grass. Uh-oh. Anyway. He has a big head. Kind of a skinny body. That's one thing about these clear lakes. Sometimes they are skinnier fish. They don't have as many golden shiners and forage fish. In a clear lake is sometimes a lake that has color has more plankton and more of a food chain. So this fish is a little skinny, but he hit good. Okay, boy, put him back in the water. That's it. Okay, well he pulled the hook was pulled out of the frog, but that's all right. You just turn it around. Now, let me explain this hook a little bit. The reason why this is the best frog in the market, this is a really good Gamakatsu hook made exclusively for frog fishing. You can't buy the hook any other way. Anyway, it's just a really neat frog hook system. It's just fantastic. Now, Dean Rojas, sometimes he likes to cut and trim that about an inch. Sometimes he'll cut that off about an inch. So I might do what Dean suggests to do, and that is he'll take a knife, and this is a brand new frog out of the box, and he'll take a penknife and he'll take about an inch of that tail like this, and he'll saw it right out like that. Okay, now that's what he does. He trims a little bit off. Okay, it's shortened up now. We'll try this. It's just a little shorter, and we'll see what happens. Now, let's explain. Well, okay, let me catch another fish, and I'll explain a little bit more about the system that we're doing today. Mainly, it's points. Now, let's face it, points are in a place like this are really where the fish are going to be. Here's a perfect point. Perfect point. I'm going to throw past the point. The whole secret of a point like this is I want to throw to the open water on the other side. There's grass right there. Okay. Now I'm going to come into that grass with the frog. Now see, the beautiful thing about a Spro frog is that I'm coming through grass now. A normal topwater plug, you couldn't work through that grass. You just couldn't do it. It would get hung up in the treble hooks. It just comes right through the grass, just perfect. It's just made for that kind of grass. There's a classic spot coming up. Here's a shallow point, and you notice it's shallower on the bank, and it comes out to that rock pile. And this grass here, of course, I'm in 22 feet of water here, so I'm going to throw past the grass, right down that edge. Okay, and I'm right on the outside of the grass. I'm just going to hold the boat here. There you go. Oh, I missed it. He missed it. Now I missed that fish on the frog. Now I'm gonna try the worm back up. What I'm using a Gary Yamamoto. I'm using a nice big 20-pound braided line on a 20-pound leader, 1/8 of an ounce weight, and that's a big 7-inch cut-tail worm. And I'm gonna throw it right into that grass, right where he hit, right about there. There, he's hit it. He's hit it. Boy, it's a nice one. He's a good one here, boy. You know, if you're really persistent, you'll catch these bigger fish. You just have to know what you're doing. Oh, I missed him. Heck, on it. Get him again. Let's see. I got him. Oh, he got off. Oh, I guess I didn't have the hook set hard enough. Big old 3 or 4 or 5 pound bass. Big old bass. Well, you miss a few, you lose a few, but you don't miss many. With this hook system, and I was not in the best hooking position. I didn't really get the hook set like I really wanted to, but I did a pretty good job. Just that I lost them. Okay. I don't think he'll hit again, but he was a big one. He's right in the water right now. There he is in the water, right there. Big turtle. Here he is, coming right underneath the boat. He's coming up again. Look at that turtle. Look at that thing. Look at that turtle. Look at him. Gigantic turtle, snapping turtle. Big, huge snapping turtle trying to eat my frog. I've never seen anything like it.
This segment is brought to you by Duracell Marine and RV Batteries. Start stronger, troll longer. Duracell, a name you can trust. Nitro Boats presents this segment of Fishing with Roland Martin.
Right there. Oh, broke my rod. Broke my line. Broke something. I get the line. The line's in the water. The line right here. Here's the line in the water. Here's the line in the water. Here's the line in the water right here. I got it right here. It's got. Okay, now. Oh. What do we have here? What do we have? I think I still have the fish on. I think the fish is still on. I think it's still on there. Yeah, look. He's still on the line. He's still on the line. I got a big one. Thank you. I got him. I broke the line and got the fish. That's so cool. That's so cool. Look at this. He had it just perfect. I broke the line. I'm gonna have to redo the line, put some heavier line on, but that's a nice big bass. He broke it. I still got him. That's so cool. Let me release him. That's so cool. Okay, boys. That's what it's all about. Whoa. Okay, the reason why that last fish broke my line was I had some 20-pound braid on some 50-pound braid, and I had made such a long cast that the 20-pound braid was out. So I put more pressure than the 20-pound braid can handle. So now I'm gonna go like I should go. I'm putting 65-pound diamond braid on there. 65-pound, I'm putting enough where there's no knots involved. So that's gonna be a whole different ballgame. When we fish the tournament circuit, we fish with 65-pound line. In fact, when I fished with Dean Rojas, and I did 2 different frog shows with Dean, we fished with 65-pound test line. And it's not so much that the fish, that you need 65-pound test line, it's that sometimes when the fish dive down into the grass beds like they do, you can't get the hook set properly. An awful big part of this whole operation is getting the hook set properly. And I'm using a 7.5 foot Roland Martin flipping stick. I'm using a US reel. This is the Hibden model, US reel. And now with 65-pound test line, I will meet the challenge. There'll be no more broken lines at this point. I got one. There's one. I got one. Oh boy, he hit the black. He's hitting a black, but there's a lot of different colors to look at. This is a medium-sized fish, but it's so characteristic of the frog fish. That's just a really nice one. And it's they're just better quality fish. These frog fish are just way good quality fish. And now this one hit the black. Now I got the 65-pound line on there, so it really didn't make too much difference. And again, look how he's hooked. Way in the top of the mouth. And to get it out, I have to come in like this and just get him like that. Okay, let me go ahead and release him. And let me just show you a little bit about frog color, because what we're using today is the black frog, the black popper, and I have many other choices. What we have here is, this is the big black popper, okay, like this one. There's a really a pretty one, really a frog colored one. But I've caught more good fish on the black than I have the pretty frog. And another choice that I've used is this white. I don't have the popper in the white. But see, there's 2 sizes of these frogs. There is the big one, the big size frog, and the little size frog, and the big size popper. So you have really 3 different lures here. The baby, the regular big frog, and the big black popper. But I love that black popper. That's kind of my favorite right there. But the whites are good. I've done really well on whites. I've done really good on jet black, these solid black ones. But my choice is the dark color. This is actually the choice of I've had for years. I love that dark right here. Oh, he jumped off. Well, that reminds me of what the pattern is. That was so characteristic of the pattern that I'm working today. And actually, the ingredients of this pattern are the wind pushing the water into the point, the fish out in front, staging out in front of the point a little bit. I'm throwing across the point into the open water, coming through the grass and into the open water on this side. So what is a pattern? A pattern is that exact set of water and cover conditions that attract fish to that particular spot and other similar spots simultaneously all over the lake. So it's that exact set of water and cover conditions. So what are the water and cover conditions here? Very important. It's clear, cloudy weather. Clear water, cloudy weather. It's about 75 degrees. It's in the fall. Fall is a big part of the pattern. There was slight, gentle breeze blowing in, and this overcast, rainy day is just a big, huge part of it. But fishing the points are probably the key to this whole pattern. Fishing the points, the exact set of water and cover conditions. You know, I've spent a lot of time. I've written books on patterns, how to establish a pattern, and really, if it were sunny and bright right now, I would not be fishing this frog. It just wouldn't work.
This segment is brought to you by Dill Trailer TPMS. We'll focus on your tires, you focus on fishing. Bass Pro Shops presents Fishing with Roland Martin. Brought to you by Tracker Boats, fish the finest. Gary Yamamoto Custom Baits, designed by fishermen for fishermen. Timbuktu, Fisher's Choice, real bait ready when you are. And by Bass Pro Shops, your adventure starts here. Closed caption provided by Spro Lures.
Oh, I missed him. Daggone it, I missed him. I missed that fish. I don't know how big he was, but we'll see. I missed that fish. I got him. Got him out of the grass. Okay, this is what you need a big flipping stick for, folks. This is where you need a big flipping stick. You get him right through the grass beds. Okay. And he's just a big old wad of grass at this point. He's a medium-sized fish, but it's getting him through the grass is the deal. Huh? Okay, boys, that was fun. That's a fun deal. That's what it's all about. That's such a cool deal. These frogs are a lot of fun. That visual action, that really neat visual action is so cool with the frogs. You just can't beat it. I got him. Oh, look at that. All right. He ate that thing up, son. Now, the beautiful thing about this frog, let me just explain how they eat this thing. This isn't a very big bass, but they take it characteristically with the hooks up to the top of the bait. And you notice it's way down, it's way inside them. I mean, it's like I got to push way down in there to get this hook out. Really hard. It was way down his throat, and they do that. That's the way they eat the frogs. They just eat it up. Now, let's see. Let me get back out of this point. This is really a good point. I don't want to mess it up. Turn the frog around. This is probably the best point here, and I didn't want to get too close to it. Okay, I got the water all out of the frog, and I'm going to throw just past this point. This is just a good point. Look at this point. So right over there. Oh, I got a good one now, son. Look at that one. Look at this one. We got a big fish. Okay, he's coming through the grass. He's really a big one. He's really called him just perfect. He's just as nice as can be. This is what we're talking about, son. Another big bass. We've caught several beautiful, big, giant fish like this one. And this is another one just as big as can be. And that's such a nice big fish. Look at that guy. Oh, son. He is really so nice. Oh, another great big giant bass. Folks, oh, you're talking about something cool. I have shown you some really good ABCs of how to fish a frog. The right kind of pattern that you're looking for, the right size bass, the way they're hooked, the tackle. Boy, I tell you what, it's been a lot of fun doing this. Beautiful quality fish. So folks, the next time you're out in the fall and there's weeds on your lake and it's overcast today, pull out that frog because you'll have the time of your life. Hey, we'll see you again next week.
He's a great American fisherman, he'll fish anywhere. Anywhere there's water, Lord knows he'll be there. He's just like a gypsy, mighty hard to hold. A great American fisherman got fishing in his soul. He fished Tow, Okeechobee, Kissimmee, and Rodman Hole, Georgia's Lake Lanier, West Point and Seminole, Center Hill and Dale Hollow, good fishing in the fall. Martin and Eufaula, he gon' fish 'em all. Kentucky Lake and Barkley, Sardis, Ross, Burnett, Toledo Bend, Rayburn, and Conroe he won't forget. He loved Lake of the Ozark, he loved Table Rock, bull shows on the White River, he ain't gonna never stop.